Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the New York City Council vote on the hearing on the Committee on Environmental Protection, Resiliency, and Waterfronts. At this time, please silence all electronics and do not approach the dais. Thank you, and you may begin.
Thank you, Sergeant. Good morning. I'm Councilmember Jim Gennaro, Chair of the Committee on Environmental Protection, Resiliency, and Waterfronts. Today we'll vote on a bill that I sponsored, proposed intro 1150A, which would require DEP to develop a comprehensive stormwater management plan. We'll also vote on two resolutions, Resolution 8, which I also sponsored, calling upon New York State to fairly allocate funding for lead service line replacement programs, and proposed Resolution 144A, sponsored by Councilmember Menon, who joins us today, calling on the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation to remove barriers that prevent New York City from receiving funding for water infrastructure projects. First, I'd like to discuss proposed intro 1150A. The current capacity of New York City's stormwater system is insufficient to address the increasing frequency of intense rainfall. Today, new sewer construction is designed to convey up to 1.75 inches of rain per hour, which according to weather models is an intensity of rainfall only expected to occur once every 5 years. Unfortunately, this 1.75 inches per hour standard is already out of date. In 2023 alone, New York City had 5 storms with a rainfall intensity greater than 1.75 inches per hour. 5 in 1 year. It's supposed to be once every 5 years, which led to the temporary closure of major thoroughfares and subway lines and likely caused hundreds of millions of dollars in damage to public infrastructure. The effects of this flooding were not experienced equally across the city, as neighborhoods with inadequate stormwater infrastructure or low-lying topologies experienced particularly severe inundation. Such neighborhoods are identified by the 10-year rainfall flood risk area map, which DEP will publish pursuant to Local Law 124 of 2024 legislation that I sponsored last year. So we kind of set the building blocks in place. They're going to draw the maps, and now we're going to do this bill, and they're going to build upon the law we did last year. The bill we're voting on today, proposed intro 1150A, would also address stormwater flooding by requiring that DEP develop a comprehensive stormwater plan to increase the rainfall conveyance capacity of the city's stormwater system. The plan would recommend new rainfall conveyance capacities for different areas of the city and would identify projects and policies necessary to achieve those capacities. Additionally, DEP would be required to display the status of the plan and the status of all projects and policies recommended by the plan on an online dashboard. Achieving the rainfall conveyance capacities recommended by the plan would shrink the 10-year rainfall flood risk area such that fewer neighborhoods will experience damages from stormwater flooding. Now I'd like to turn to the resolutions. The New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation, known as the EFC, is a public benefit corporation that disperses funding allocated by state and federal governments for environmental projects, including water infrastructure projects. However, due to EFC guidelines, New York City does not receive a fair share of funding. The EFC prohibits New York City from receiving interest-free hardship financing through the Clean Water State Revolving Fund, even though hardship financing is designed to benefit New York State's disadvantaged communities, the majority of which are in New York City. The EFC also prohibits New York City from receiving more than 10% of funds authorized by the New York State Clean Water Infrastructure Act of 2017. This is blatantly unjust, as nearly half of the state lives in New York City. Resolution 8 and proposed intro 114A both call on the EFC to change its guidelines. Doing so could allow the city to fund important water quality infrastructure projects, such as the replacement of a lead service line, which is the focus of my resolution. Resolution number 8, at a hearing held by this committee last June, DEP testified that although it would cost $2 billion to replace all lead service lines in New York City, the department only expects to receive $120 million in net state and federal assistance. If the EFC gave the city its fair share of state and federal funding, the city could accelerate the replacement of lead service lines and implement other high-priority water infrastructure initiatives. I'd now like to invite Councilmember Menon to speak on her proposed resolution, Resolution 144A. I recognize Councilmember Menon.
Thank you so much, Chair Gennaro. When the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act was enacted in 2021, it unlocked approximately $50 billion in federal funds on water and waste initiatives for states. This funding is transformative, particularly for financing sewer upgrades and stormwater management. Yet New York state law caps any municipality from receiving more than 10% at maximum of water infrastructure funds available. That limits New York City, home to almost 50% of the state's population, from receiving its proper share of funding for water infrastructure upgrades. Specifically, because of these restrictive rules by the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation, the city's share of water infrastructure grant funds was 2% in 2022 and 6% in 2023. As New York City has a majority-minority population, these inequitable policies promulgated by New York State disproportionately impact minority and low-income communities. That is why I introduced Resolution 144, urging the New York State Environmental Facilities Corporation to eliminate these barriers and uncap the city's funding for critical water infrastructure improvements. First of all, I want to thank my colleagues. I want to thank the chair for supporting me in this resolution, and I want to acknowledge drafter Jared Burst and my team, Jonathan Shutt, Brandon Jordan, Mercedes Anderson, and Ramaz Hassanan for their work. Thank you again, Chair, for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Councilmember Menon. I wish to be associated with the remarks of Councilmember Menon. And I also have some thank yous here. I would like to thank the committee staff, legislative councils Natasha Bynum and Sarah Townsend, policy analyst Ricky Chawla and Andrew Bourne, financial analyst Tanvir Singh, and my legislative director Josh Gachette for all their hard work in preparing for today's vote and working on these bills. I'd also like to recognize the following council members who have joined us. I don't see very well. Here we go. We council members Holden, Marmorato, Nurse, Aviles, and Zhuang. And so. And with that, I will now ask the clerk to call the roll. The items are coupled. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I stole
morning.
Billy's line.
William Martin, Committee Clerk. Roll call vote, Committee on Environmental Protection, Resiliency and Waterfronts. All items are coupled. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Chair Gennaro.
Aye.
Salamanca. Brannan. Ressler. Thank you, Councilmember Ressler. Thank you. Okay.
Did this the right way. Aye.
Thank you. Thank you. Holden.
I vote aye.
Aviles.
Aye.
Nurse. Aye. Zhuang.
Aye.
Marmorato.
Aye.
Salamanca. Brannan. With a vote of 7 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and no abstentions, all items have been adopted by the committee.
Let me just make an inquiry as to whether or not it makes sense to hold the record open. Okay. Shall I hold it open for other members? Okay. The record will remain open for other members to cast their votes. Thank you.